Hi, I'm Virginia.
And hi, I'm Nanette, and welcome to the Lively Office.
Today we have a very special guest. I'm very excited to have her. We have Anna Titkova. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anna Titkova reached out to me through LinkedIn, and I'm very excited that she did. She is going to share with us some information about her working in essentially in a state of crisis. She's from the Ukraine, and I'm going to let Anna let you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for your invitation. Thank you for having me here. My name is Anna Titkova, and I'm Ukrainian. I finished National Medical University in Kharkiv, the city that is on the east of Ukraine, and this was the fulfillment of my childhood dream to become a doctor. Then I combined my activity with scientific work. I passed my scientific steps in achieving PhD degree, scientific titles. I have more than 100 scientific publications in patents and inventions and other scientific activities. When we see medicines on the drugstore shelves, they are coming there after passing some stages of clinical researches. When we understand the effectiveness, the purposefulness of the drug, and then they are coming to our shelves where patients have the access to buy them. And this clinical research industry is, for me, the main part of my life where I can combine with my medical clinical practice, because we see patients, we see medical professionals, we see doctors, and scientific part of medicine where we can see how this theory can work in reality. And in 2020, exactly when the COVID pandemic, the lockdown started, I had a privilege to become a part of the international site network. So clinical researchers, they are performing on the basis of medical institutions or clinical research sites. And Pratia, my company, current company where I'm working, is a huge European site network organization. So the network of sites that are performing clinical researches. And in Ukraine from 2020, I started this activity and organization of our Ukrainian part of Pratia on the territory of Ukraine. And then on the 24th of February, an unexpected, unpredictable situation has come. So a situation that no one was expected, no one could imagine and believe in, and no one was prepared for.
I
Yeah,
can't imagine what
go
that
ahead.
was like. Yeah, can you describe the challenges of how to keep your positive work culture in the midst of all that?
Yes, maybe to speak about these challenges that we faced during the start of the war from the 21st of February, it's worth to mention the creation of the company, because in Ukraine we have our company that was a greenfield business. So it was created from the scratches, and all the activities from the simple registration of the company and sheet of paper where it was registered from the notary with a very crazy speed, very quickly. We create the facilities where we can perform clinical researches. And at the same time, we were hiring people with whom we can perform all of this. And coming to this, our main topic, our discussion today about work environment, about work culture, how it is, how we can maintain it, how we may speak with people. For me, was the main to show for my employees the purpose of their work, because clinical research is a very specific type of medicine, and as I mentioned before, it is a very narrow field, and even according to official Ukrainian statistics, Ukraine use only 10% of its potential in clinical researches. So the people who were coming to us, who were starting to work with us, they were in 90% unfamiliar with this activity. So for us, it was the main to organize them around our vision, around our mission, what we are going to achieve in the end. And the main for me was to bring these people understanding not only what we are doing and how we are doing, but also why we are doing this our work. And the main this purpose and the mission of Pratia in clinical research is to give access to for patients to innovative medicine. And it's really sometimes the only chance, especially for oncological patients, for patients with rare diseases, to participate in clinical trials where they will be able to gain this specific treatment, this innovative treatment. I was trying to build my team, to build people around our goal in performing our activities, to achieve some results that we already had, but they were interrupted by this brutal war. To add here the good words phrase of Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, if you want to build a ship, don't drum up the men to gather wood, to divide rock, and to give orders. Instead, teach them to earn for the vast and endless sea. And for me, this building of this feeling of the activities, it was built on the love to what we're doing. For me, generally, the building of Pratia was my internal mission to fulfill all this my potential desire before of combination, as I mentioned before, of this practical and scientific part. And I wanted to bring this love to my employees, to the work what they're doing. And after, it was, of course, when we're always in this rush of our activities, when we're in this hustle of the work and we do not know on what to pay our attention, maybe it's not mentioned by us during our working hours. But when the war started, and when perhaps sometimes you need to lost something to understand what you had in the end, it was a very good example for me that really it was an exact right decision and vision how to arrange activities, how to organize people around this our mission. And that helped me in the future during this war period of time to perform our operations, because people, they were really emphasizing the problem of the company. They were really in line what they should do. They helped me with some continuation of our operations. We had our patients and clinical researchers whom we need to continue to participate and to have this access to treatment. And as Kharkiv is the first city that was under attack, and till today it's the city under everyday bombs, missiles, and all these scary, awful things. It was very difficult. Many people were relocated somewhere. Some of them were sitting in the bomb shelters for a long period of time. Our patients, they were also from this eastern region of Ukraine. But at the same time, we were managed to do our operations, to continue this performance of clinical researchers. Unfortunately, we were forced to stop our private visits, medical private visits in our clinic due to this condition and situation in Kharkiv exactly. But at the same time, our clinic became a home for some of our employees who lost their homes, because in our clinic we have inpatient department with wards for patients, and now they are the place as a home for people without a place where they can live. We continue to pay salaries for the first 3 months of after the war started, the full salary for all employees, even with the stop of the work for this period of time. But at the same time, now for me, the main the estimation of the activities that were performed, that I received messages from my employees each time that they are waiting to return back, not only to return back home, but to return back to Pratia Clinic.
Yeah. I love that. Well, I mean, you've instilled a passion in them, like your passion for what you're doing, you've instilled it in them. And that had to be a very difficult time. I can't imagine what it was like that day in February, and the chaos and just the smallest things, just getting a hold of your employees and making sure, where are they? What's their well-being? And how do you even manage that? I guess, how do you manage the balance for the emotional turmoil that you guys are all going through? Or do you kind of notice that because of that people maybe put themselves, focus more on their work? I know that when I feel like higher volumes of stress, that I tend to use work as a distraction. Did you notice that? Or I guess I'm asking like two questions in there. How did you prioritize their well-being? And how, I've already forgot my second question. That's what happens to me. I'm so
How did
I'm
you
so
prioritize?
engaged.
their well-being, and also did you notice that they were using possibly work as a distraction?
Right.
Yeah. You mentioned a very exact these items because the most awful was the first days when they were started, when it was blocked your connection with people, when you didn't receive any messages, any emails on your mail, any telephone calls, because everyone was focused on this escaping and doing something, and you really felt this empty inside you,
Mm.
around you. And this war, not only ruined our homes, killed our relatives, friends, and whom we know, it also destroyed the sense of the life. I think that it's for everyone, for each Ukrainian as well. And the main is now, and was during that period of time, to find this feels of the meaningful life. So how it is possible to continue your life, because it cannot be the same as it was before. It's obvious. It's we are the different ones around us. We have another circumstances, another environment, but at the same time, we remain. We should live. We should continue our well-being. We should think about our future. And for me, this place of work, and for my employees, I was also trying to show it to them. That was that in any case they have this place where they can return in. So we have our companies, they were not closed. We are trying somehow to perform our operations. And we have this vision and idea that we will come back. We have plans, we have some more thoughts how it can be done. And they should understand that in any case, they have this safe place, let's say, in the safe Ukraine in the future, for example, yeah, where they can continue their normal life when they will return back home, or if they are in the city, they can continue the work that they used to have before the war started. And of course, everything was about these belongings, about our relations, about this communication. So about
Mm.
people, about work culture, about people who are around us. And I also once read a phrase from Queen Elizabeth II that our work is the rent we pay for our room that we take on this earth. And perhaps that's right, because these relations, these people around us, this is our, in general, our work. This is our understanding who we are, what our purpose is, and what we should do to achieve some goals, some results in the end during this our life. And so now we should align our reality that we have with our life and with our purpose of this life. And for me, a life goal is something that not makes you awake late at night, but something that makes you wake up early in the morning. And I'm happy that I still have this purpose why I need to wake up early in the morning, because I can go to sleep with some wishes, and I can wake up in the morning with some goals with which I can share with my people, with people around me, with people in my company, with whom we can think about this future, which I can forward to my people, to my employees, like a small guarantee, like a small stability that the life will go on in any case.
That was so beautiful. I'm like trying to hold in the tear.
Yeah, because what you've done is take a bad situation and people, like you said, that don't have any reason to wake up, and even in your employees, you've instilled hope and gave them a reason and a new purpose and something to focus on. And that is beautiful, really beautiful.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, people are not even in a crisis situation and they dread going to work for various reasons that seem so inconsequential right now in comparison. And the fact that you create an environment where people feel free like that to be able to talk to you and to be able to share with you, and you've created a safe haven for them and a focus that they need during a time of instability. We need something that keeps us routine, something that keeps us stable. I'm recently retired and I felt chaotic for myself. I didn't know what to do without that routine. People need direction and people need a leadership that way. And I had to bring that for myself. And the fact that you brought this leadership to your employees. That's amazing.
What advice would you give? Like, we're in a totally different situation. Like Virginia said, we have people that don't want to show up to work for depression, just they're not happy. As a leader and what you've learned in this last year, what advice would you give to leaders that face similar challenges with people being ill or any kind of thing? How do you encourage them to change their workplaces so it is a safe haven?
Yes, we really, when we have a normal our condition, a normal life, we always are thinking about how it's good to have an extra day off, or how lucky someone when they have one more day of their PTO, for example, or the annual leave, official annual leave. But when we faced with this situation, when you might be without any of this, your normal life routine, let's say, without this possibility to have normal communication with people whom you used to have, when you stopped your activities for some period of time, and for that period of time we didn't know for how long it would last. And my one lesson was to appreciate that you have. So to value the people around you, because in any case, it doesn't matter what this shows, how many bank accounts, how many flats, how many cars, and so on you have. It depends how many people are around you, whom you can say something, who can help you, and to whom you can help as well. And as for the business, if we're speaking about companies' operations, of course, it's good to say that we need to have some risk management plan, some post-measure situation analysis, maybe items to be considered. It's good to have them. But believe me, when this situation starts, you do not believe nothing at all. You do not think about this. You do not remember this because you're doing according to your feelings and according to your emotions. And this is also this relation, this cooperation between people and what you created before. What this will give you this result, how people will help you to solve some issues, how you will to go forward and to continue the previous tasks, how open they will be. That's why for me, the main lesson also is to find these people of your level of values, people with whom you can share your ideas, who can understand your problems and issues, who can share your responsibilities and to go with you together to achieve some results and make some mistakes, but at the same time learn these lessons and go forward. And yeah, as I said before, sometimes we didn't pay our attention on this, on general, on people. It seems that, okay, the work is doing, it's good, we have 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 7. It doesn't matter how much, how many employees around you, but at the same time, according to you, this invisible links with people, according to this building of these bridges of cooperation between people inside your company, because all of them are different. They're coming from different places with different views, with different visions, and how you will build it around them, or how you will connect all of them together. In the end, this will help to save your company, to continue your operations, because in any case, you cannot be alone in your journey, in your work journey. And that's why this is important also to have, to build it beforehand, even not thinking about some force measure or some these unpredictable situations. But in any case, this will help you to achieve your goals in the end. And a few more maybe also comments about the business continuation, about the performance of operations of the company. I also once read such a good phrase that when the expected knocks at the door, the unpredictable is already sitting at your table. And therefore, it is necessary to make sure that all those places around your table are taken and occupied. So also a good, some strategical acumen or some of this insight of your business, maybe you do not want to accept bad situations. I was also against this reality when we heard on TV, in internet, that the war will start. I was against these thoughts. But in any case, you should understand that something might happen. We do not know what message, when and where may wake up people at 4:45 a.m. in the morning. But in any case, you should be ready, having this responsibility of your employees, having the responsibility of the business that you are running. You should have this understanding what will be your next steps if this unpredictable will sit at your table.
You made some really good points there, Anna. I had like write some notes down. I was like, oh, this woman is so smart. I love her. The appreciation, that's something that we do see a lot in leadership. Turning expectation to appreciation, it always seems to make a big difference when you're leading people. So I'm glad that you made that point. And I think another point you made was recognizing as a leader that you're not alone, that you have this group of people there. And I think that's a big problem, at least here, certainly in the US, where leaders feel that all this responsibility is solely on them to complete these giant tasks. That's a huge burden to bear. So it's no wonder that they would turn around and maybe be frustrated or angry or treat their employees badly because they feel that they have to handle all of the tasks alone. And it's just simply not having that understanding about relationships. And I think you said that earlier about having these relationships and this good communication with your people so that you can understand that, hey, listen, like the quote you said, don't give them the wood, teach them to love the sea. And that was a wonderful quote. Thanks for sharing that. So I think that's a big point that our listeners need to understand. If you're feeling extraordinarily alone at work and leading your team, Anna's made some good points here. And during a real crisis, not just the fact that you have a due date. This is under real circumstances.
Yeah, I just want yet to add that all these relations, they will bring you the result in such situations. We do not need also to think about some war or some force majeure situations that might be not always and frequently appear. A simple problem inside the company, some issues with some delays, with some mistakes that were done by someone and influence on the results of your performance. It's a simple, normal, routine life of the business, and only this communication, only these relations that are built, if the people inside your team will emphasize your problems, if they will have this empathy to what is going on inside the company, this will solve any problem, routine problem, a normal problem that we usually have, and we cannot work without them during the performance of your operations. And that's the point to have.
Well, I think it was great that you said that you built all this ahead of time. You didn't wait until the problem happened, until it came before you started building everything. You had all those relationships and all those people and everybody in place and that trust built so that when this did happen, you guys were ready to go and you guys knew how you trusted each other and you were able to support each other. And I thought that was really great because you can't wait till a problem happens to start trying to fix it. So that really stuck out to me. I thought that was wonderful.
Yeah, preparing for the
Yeah.
unpredicted. I was like, oh, yes.
Yes.
We worked for the second largest company in the US. And I'll say that preparation for the unexpected was a very rare thing. In fact, I could say this as much as things that we expected that happened yearly, still somehow they could never prepare for them. And it was always this situation of chaos, which continually fed this environment of high stress, high anxiety, high call outs, high loss, a low retention. And it just seems like so common sense. Have empathy for your employees, have communication for your employees. It doesn't seem like it's very hard, but yet we have a struggle with that in leadership and true leaders. I have a question now, just kind of off topic. Not really, but do you believe, and just because you've had a huge experience with the different amounts of people, that leadership is something that intrinsically, people are just intrinsically leaders, or it's something that can be taught?
I can say that it should be both parts, because in any case, you must always be taught. and constantly be taught. And you should read a lot. You should gain experience from others. You should see and analyze the models of work of other people from different departments, from who's also on some top positions, because it's also experience that you can gain and analyze from your side. But at the same time, I believe that it should be from inside of you, because not each person wants and has the desire even to take this role of leader, to be a boss of some group of people. Doesn't matter how many people will be around you, because first it's a huge responsibility. You need to understand that when people are coming to you, they are giving you the majority of their time. They are giving you their well-being, because if they are your main employees, their independence from the salary and from the financial outcomes that they will receive. So they are giving you their life in general. So they expect from you to take care of them and to understand their needs, to understand their thoughts, to understand their problems, and at the same time, whereas leaders, we want from them the same, to understand our problems, to understand our needs of our business, of our company. And it really can be established, it can be organized if you're on the same wave. And if you have this purposefulness of the work that you are doing, it will bring you this passion to perform it. And for me, this was the main. This was understanding why, to answer the question from which I started, to have the answer why I, for example, personally should do this. And when I have found this question, starting this business of writing in Ukraine, I fully understand that why I start to do this, and how to achieve, and what people should be around me who will also share this why. And we can all together go in one direction, to have this alignment, strategical alignment, to have this business understanding of our industry, of our activities, what it will bring to our people, to our patients, to doctors, to medical professionals, because they also will be in the circle of international cooperation with their colleagues outside of the country and clinical researchers. So for me, this was the main, to feel it internally. And that is to your question, what is it possible by everyone? Maybe not, because if the person doesn't want to find inside himself or herself the purpose of the work that he or she is doing, he will not be a leader, because you should bring this energy, you should bring this passion, you should bring this love to people around you. And only looking at you, understanding your attitude and your actions in the building of these steps of your business, they will be engaged together with you and follow your ideas and vision.
I love how you said the purpose of why. That was so good.
Yeah.
That was good. I think that you make really good points there, because I do believe that people join those leadership roles chasing money rather than chasing the passion, chasing the why. I think that that is something that in corporations and companies, they need to take a look at that. If they want to truly be successful and truly have an environment, it has to encompass more than that. It can't be just because their person maybe was like a good technical worker, it doesn't necessarily translate to a promotional opportunity of leading the group of people, because you have to have that inside you. I don't know how to define that, but you said it perfectly.
Yeah, and
Right.
people are different. Yeah, we cannot say that all of them should be leaders or shouldn't be leaders. That's why all of us, we are different, and all of us has its own mission, place in life, place in our, I don't know, galaxy. Yeah, what we need to do, and what sense to this life for people around us we can bring. And we only just need to understand our personal greatness. Yeah, when we're speaking about this, our skills, hard working, trustworthy, resilience, and so on, so on. We need to engage this greatness in others, and these people, all of them will be good in some position inside your organization, and all together this will bring these outstanding results in the end of your business. Only having this understanding this greatness of everyone and put them interconnection according to the desires and the vision of your business.
I think that is wonderful because that is a great leader. Most people in these big companies like Virginia was talking about, they want control. It's why they pick the leadership position. When it's not about control at all, it's about, I love how you said finding the greatness in yourself and most of all, finding the greatness in others. And I think that is the key part to really what a leader is and showing those people that there is greatness in them, understanding there's greatness in everyone. And how wonderful is that?
Not everybody say gets their dream job. You know, when you're a child, you might have wanted to be an astronaut, you wanted to be all these different things, and you don't always live in get the dream job that you wanted. And maybe it's just because of being young and not fully understanding, but seeing that is the greatness in everyone also kind of aligns with the idea that everybody brings value. Not everyone can be a doctor who's going to fix our cars, you know, who's going to fly the planes. So to understand that all the different roles and the different jobs, whether you're in a leadership role, not in a leadership role, if you're being led, there is you add value, and like you said, Anna, there's a greatness in them. And being a true leader, you find that and you take that and you show them that, because I do think that we tend to not necessarily see ourselves, like we're hard on ourselves and we don't see our greatness. So it's wonderful when you have somebody at your workplace and you're there so long during the day to see this and to bring this light that you had inside of you and bring it out and show them the light that they are. I think the way you said that was wonderful. It really bringing chills down my back, Anna. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
So I don't want to go over and impede on your time. I know we're still here just in the afternoon and it's late hours where you are. You're in Poland right now?
Yes, yeah, I'm currently in Warsaw.
Okay, yes. I hope to visit Poland soon. I know I'm in love with their plum, the chocolate covered plum candy. I am eating way
You're
too many of
welcome.
those. They're good, right? I've been eating way too many of those. We just recently found out last summer that my husband, his heritage is from Ukraine and Poland. So we just found this piece out, and I'm excited, you know, because I'm already in love with Ukrainian culture. I get to learn a little bit more about Polish culture, and I started with the chocolate.
Yeah. So you're welcome to come.
Okay.
We'll combine Ukrainian and Polish all together.
Yeah. We're going to take you up on that. Nanette loves traveling, right, Nanette?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. She just came back from a trip, so it's good. Is there anything you'd like to add or share or throw out there about work culture? Any more advice you want to give or information you want to share? The floor is yours.
Yeah, so maybe once again, thank you very much for your interest in Ukraine. Because for us, it's really important to see that people all around the world can give their land in a hand. They are with you in your problems, and you are not alone crossing the border. For people who are not in Ukraine, for people who are inside Ukraine, they also see and hear all of this support that is all around the world. And it's really important to see and to feel that as we're speaking about our culture inside the workplace, it's the same for people of Ukraine. For us, all of people from the whole world, they are our now friends, our relatives, our people on whom we can rely on and who can help us in solving some situations and winning in the end this awful war. As for a business, as for our work environment, we just need to appreciate and value what we really have. That is sometimes seems not very significant. That is seems sometimes it's not very important. But at the end of the day, we have people around us, and there is also a good saying that you are an average of 5 people with whom you spend the most time of the day. So, and this are mostly our people in our work with whom we're spending all our days. working hours, 8 working hours each day, sometimes even more. And just we need to find these people. All of us have their own mission in this world, and of course, you cannot. Everyone cannot be suitable for some positions for sharing this your visions of your business and so on. But it's possible to find these people who can share your problems, who can help you in solving their issues, who will at the end celebrate your successes. And these people of your level of values will always be with you in any situation, even in such situation that we have now in Ukraine. And it's very important not to lose these people, to have them united, even when it's very difficult to you to struggle with this reality. But you should help others to understand that they are valuable, that we have this appreciation for them, and in the end, in each dark tunnel should have this light in the end. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Oh,
so
well,
much. Go ahead,
thank
Nina.
you, Anna. I just want to do like a quick wrap up of what she said, because everything that she said was so good. But some of the main points that I got out of it was, first of all, is building that work environment before disaster strikes, and building it with trust and knowing that your people are your vital assets. And she said there's 5 people you're around most of the time. So those people have to be able to trust and help each other. So I thought that was really great. So trust is so important in every environment, especially in the work environment. And I know those people support you and celebrate your successes. How great is that? And I just think that's really wonderful. What else did you get out of it, Virginia?
Well, I wanted to say thank you for joining us. And I like the idea of what you said about the support across borders, because we're all about building resources, and what better resources to have resources around the world. If you're having some work problem and you make friends across the borders, then you get new ideas, new perspectives, new way to solve problems. So I personally appreciate that, Anna. I hope that we'll be the best of friends. And I look forward to communicating with you. And I want to thank you again for joining us here at the Lively office. And Nanette, do you want to close this out and tell the world where they can find us?
Well, where can they find you, Anna? Where can we support you? Do
Oh,
you
yeah.
have any links or anything that we can tell our audience where to find you?
Yeah, you can use my LinkedIn link to share with people.
Okay.
Okay, LinkedIn. All right. So just show your support
Yeah,
for
thank you.
Anna, and I will put a link for her LinkedIn. And if you want to find the Lively Office, you can find us on almost every platform at the Lively Office. And we are so happy that Anna joined us today.
Thank you again.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye.